Hey, good evening. Welcome back to another Screen Team right here on KWOC. My name is Chris. I'll be doing the hosting duties for you as we review some movies. And if you're not familiar with the Screen Team, we are a movie review show here in Southeast Missouri. We like to do a lot of movies that come out in theaters. We like to do movies that are new to DVD, but we also like doing stuff from our personal collection, stuff from the vault, if you will. And I'm happy to introduce a brand new member to the Screen Team. We've got Mr. Hardin Tom on the show. Hardin, first off, how are you?
I'm doing good. Feel good today.
Yeah, it feels good to have you here on the Screen Team.
All right.
I know that you are a lover of movies. Tell us about movies. What kind of movie genres do you like? What are some of your favorite movies, man?
Well, I like all genres, really, but horror is one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I like Halloween in '78. I don't know that it's a great, technically good movie, but I think it's a legend now.
Yeah.
But maybe my all-time favorite movie is Schindler's List. But then I like Casablanca just about as well from the 42, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I like some old Charlie Chaplin movies. I think he was an artist. But I like new movies like one Apocalypto. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that one.
Is that Mel Gibson one?
The Mel Gibson one, which is totally different. So I like a lot of different genres, and I just have to go by the particular movie.
Well, I'm excited about the movies you have for us this evening. All three of them are movies I have never heard of. They're all unique movies, but they were all kind of popular back in the day. We're going to be reviewing a Paul Newman film called HUD a little bit later on in the show. We'll also be reviewing a remake of the Nosferatu movie called Nosferatu the Vampire Hunter. Is that the name of this one?
Nosferatu the Vampire.
The Vampire,
Just
okay.
The Vampire, right.
And first up, we've got a French film. This one's called The Umbrellas of Cherbourg.
Probably that's the French pronunciation. Okay. I say Cherbourg, and
okay.
I'm probably wrong. But
I don't know, man. I wish I should have took French in high school. I took Spanish. So.
Yeah. Well, I did too, so I don't know. I'll just say the American Cherbourg, and maybe I'm wrong, but we'll go with that.
Let's talk to people about this film. I don't have any information in front of me. I think this movie was done in the 60s, somewhere around there?
I think 64 was the year it came out, so it filmed along that time, right?
I had no idea what this movie was about, and I was surprised to learn after watching it that this is a musical. I wasn't expecting that.
Well, I understand because I had heard of this movie about 10 years ago, and then I read that all the dialogue was sung, and I didn't know if I would really be interested, and then I came to some conclusion that it was a war movie about umbrellas keeping the bombs off. It was some symbolism, and I was totally wrong, and I finally watched it and realized what it was and how much I liked it. But,
yeah, it's like you said, it's a musical, and it's a love story.
It very much is, and it's not all positive. It's got the good things about love and the pitfalls and the bad things and the tough choices you can have to make sometimes.
I enjoyed this film. Let me tell you some of the things that I enjoyed. I loved the cinematography of the film. I thought it was shot beautifully. A lot of the scenes were shot beautifully. A lot of the set designs were were gorgeous as well. I want to talk about one of the things I didn't like, and it was the actual singing. I wasn't a fan of it, and the thing that I love musicals.
Right.
I love musicals, but with musicals, they are singing songs.
Exactly.
You're talking like you and I are talking, and then all of a sudden we'll just get up and start singing about something, right?
Exactly.
But as you mentioned a few seconds ago, this is different as that the dialogue is sung.
All the dialogue is sung, no spoken words, so it's really not a traditional musical.
Yeah,
and it's a little different.
It is different. They would have conversations like, "Hardin, how are you?
Yes,
I am fine." And you're like, "Okay, this is unique."
It is. Maybe it's a coincidence that that's the only movie I'm aware of that was made like that. There may be one or two more, but I don't know of many people that decided to do that.
That part to me was a little off-putting. How was it for you? How was the singing part for you?
I found that what I did, and I used the subtitles, obviously, that I got into the story, the cinematography, the vivid colors. I liked the characters. I liked the drama and the humor and all that. And I probably just didn't pay much attention to the singing because, as you say, it wasn't performances in that sense, like even Meet Me in St. Louis that had the Judy Garland performances. We all know musicals, so I kind of bypassed it. It didn't bother me, but I could watch the movie with dialogue spoken and enjoy it just as much.
Have you ever seen the movie La La Land?
No, I've heard of it quite a bit. Haven't seen it yet.
It was just released this past year, and that movie was greatly influenced by this movie. Like, if you watch it, you see a lot of the similarities. The director of La La Land, Damon Chazelle, this is his favorite movie.
Is that right?
Yeah, and
I had no idea.
And
I've learned a lot. Yeah.
You can tell by, if you watch La La Land, you're like, oh, I can see, you can see a lot of similarities between the two movies. But
Yes, yeah.
but for me, it's the set design I thought was gorgeous. I even thought the acting was pretty, or not the acting, but the singers giving their performances I thought was
the physical part, the acting, that part was good.
And I don't want to give it away for those of you who haven't seen it, but I thought the final scene was pretty awesome.
Yes, it was. It stirred my heart. It involved some tough decisions, and I'm not going to get into what they were. It's the decision I think I would have made, but let's just say it would stimulate your thoughts and your heart and your feelings and all that, I think.
Let me ask you, Hardin, to watch this film, do you have to enjoy musicals? Do you have to enjoy foreign films? I mean, can you not like those things and still enjoy this film?
That's tough. I think you can not like musicals, and technically you could turn the sound way down, and if you don't mind subtitles, I think that's where the rub will be to some people. Some won't, some will, about having to watch a foreign film with subtitles. Later on, when we do Nosferatu, they did an English language version of that, so you could find that and not have to have the subtitles. But I think the music part, people could get by. The foreign film, that would be really an individual thing.
Okay. All right, the movie is called The Umbrellas of Cherbourg, and it's one of those you can find on Netflix. That's where I found mine, and of course, you could probably buy it on Amazon as well. Coming up after the break, we're going to review a movie called Nosferatu the Vampire. It's coming your way next, right here on the Screen Team.